Good evening, every pony, and welcome to Commentary's Magic Stream on today's Sunday, April 10th, 2022. I, as always, Grandpaws.
Big Cheese.
Arcat and
Ivory Starlight.
And we are sitting here on what is BABSCon Eve. No, Eve. There we go.
Evie.
I'm angry that you didn't take that chance to make a standing here I realize reference.
I am unfamiliar with this meme. You'll have to educate me on it later.
It's being spammed on YouTube recently.
Fair enough. Well, while Ivory provides me with some meme culture, the rest of us are going to be making decks in paper for the first time in how long?
I
for
mean,
free.
The last in-person event.
last time I made them was January.
True. Made a couple then.
Cider Fest, Everfree Cider Fest. Some of you, it's probably 2.5 years.
Yeah, for some players, it may have been that long.
See, you can't even call this one a hot minute, GP.
I can't. Because it's mostly been through the winter, which has been cold.
And it's also been 2 years, which is significantly longer than a minute. And that has definitely both cooled to room temperature and probably rotted in the intervening time.
Sure. That being said, we are coming out of the gate strong with just about every type of CCG event that players would want to participate in at cons. Just about. We've got core. We've got adventure for the first time in paper. We've got draft. We've got team sealed. We've got shenanigans. You know what we don't have? Nightmare. You know what else we don't have? Harmony for the first time.
I want some chaos match.
Max says they will not stand for this pauper slander. That is completely fine. Bring a pauper deck. That is why we have open play sessions scheduled. Speaking of which, we should probably link that schedule, which is on BABSCon's website, which I will try to find. That all being said, we are getting ready to attend an in-person CCG tournament, and it has been a while since that has happened, which means that we have something we are obligated to do. And that is completely spoil the surprise of all the dirty, filthy combo decks we're going to run.
Yep.
Only one of us is running not actually a combo deck, but technically, by definition, is a combo deck.
Someone running Selena?
I mean, that was not what I was referring to, but
I guess we'll just have to see what's coming up. As many of you may remember, when Commentary is Magic took the lead on set design in addition to organized play, we made the promise that we would reveal what decks we were planning on playing for any kind of constructed event a week before that event happens, with the caveat that we can change up to 5 cards between the spoiler stream and the actual event itself. So, more or less, these deck lists will be accurate to what we're all thinking. If you want to place your bets in chat now as to who is playing what archetype, this is a good time to do so.
All right, this ought to be amusing to see how correct these guesses are.
How well do you know our archetypes? And do you even care?
I mean, I care, but that's only because I'm sitting here having to play one of them.
Sure.
one of them.
Yes, one. Aura and I are trading events here, so it is worth noting that while we will each be discussing the deck lists that we would play in both of the constructed formats at BABSCon next weekend, For Ara and myself, I will be judging the adventure event, so I will not be participating, and Ara will be judging the core event.
Dance puppets.
With that being said, since this is the first time that the adventure format will be featured in an in-person physical tournament, maybe we should start with that.
You want to
Alright.
start with adventure?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's start with adventure.
Did we see any guesses yet?
No.
Okay. Hey, look, it's a deck you won't be seeing.
It
We're
Well-
seeing it right now.
Well, at
Wow,
least from
G-
one of us.
GP running Reanimator? I'm shocked. Well, not that shocked.
It's more likely than you think.
Well, at least now people can see just the actual deck list of what Reanimator probably looks like in Adventure.
Or at least a decent enough framework for it. Reanimator still has a lot of the toolbox potential that makes it strong, but a lot of testing has led me to believe that running 3 copies of Pinkie Pie is probably correct, because man, that card is dumb.
Especially when it helps your opponent.
Is this...
Or were you going for a different kind of dumb?
No, I was going for a different kind of dumb. I was not going for the kind of dumb that it might be facing when it comes to your decks, spoilers. Where you are like, yes, thank you, I will put that card back in my hand. But the real reason I think to play Reanimator in Adventure is you have Redeeming Qualities, which is a really strong reanimation card. You have Singing Barrel, which makes it really easy to get your color entry and stay protected. You've got Bailout, which is one of the best answers against one of the strongest mains in the format right now. And what's interesting is your reanimation targets don't actually change that much, except for Moondancer. Because getting to use Redeeming Qualities multiple times is obviously very nice. But wait, there's more. Because we can look at that card that's just to the right there of Redeeming Qualities, because that card's dumb. Those little ponies with the big shadows, it's a stupid card.
It's a little dumb.
Getting anything from your discard pile with 3 or more power back, that means that your options for cards that you cannot choose with this are the 1 Queen Chrysalis, your 3 Orchard Blossoms, and your Mistmains. And literally anything else in your deck you can get. Well, anything else in your discard pile, rather.
Miss Main has her own way of getting back.
Yep. So if you figure that Redeeming Qualities gives you 3 normal means of reanimating friends, and having each of those used with Moondancer doubles that to 6, but you also have 3 Heartstrongest Horses, each of which can get back Redeeming Qualities, and those can be chosen with Moondancer. Not to mention the fact that you can get back your Bailouts or your Melteds. Yeah, you've got more than a dozen uses of reanimation effects in this game without even having to use Mistmain once. That's pretty good. The problem deck is pretty similar. 1 Unreasonable Demands is a nice adjustment, and Let the Rainbow Remind You is real nice with Tricorns, and otherwise that's about it.
Sounds good. Look at the next deck.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, look, it's Control. Twilight Control. So this is what I'll be running. It's a slightly updated version of Twilight Pink-White Control.
Pink-White?
Not Pink-White, sorry. Orange-White. I don't know why I was thinking pink. I think I was
Just
thinking of the other deck.
You played Pink-White for so long.
Yeah. Orange-White.
It's actually a combo deck. You can tell by the problem deck.
Indeed.
I don't
That's
know, look
true.
at that.
And also because your win con is, oh look how many AT I have. Let's play Mist Main 15 times.
That kind of is the win con.
You've got blackmail in there too. Blackmail's a win con.
When it feels like it.
When it feels like it. So why run Twilight Orange even after Doctor Hoops got banned and after Heatwave got adjusted to Melted and after Paper Twine got banned?
It still does stuff. Losing hooves is not amazing, but you just have so much AT that you kind of always have options.
And with the exception of sudden closure and school shutdown in here, I don't see a whole lot of other methods of hard removal.
Yeah.
So why choose orange as a secondary color?
Because just how your disruption is pretty cheap and pretty plentiful. Like exhausting friends, especially double exhausting them, and how often it can do it with Apple Bloom is like, do you really need that much hard removal when you can do that? Especially with the decks we're seeing recently with like just farm and aggro stuff.
It's a good point. You still got some resource removal, you still got some discard pile hate, you got a lot of AT generation. And 7 orange events to combo with Apple Bloom. I'm sorry, 10 counting sudden closure? Yeah. And Apple Bloom can exhaust any character, right? Not just friends?
Yes.
So you can hit your opponent's main as well.
Yeah.
Angry.
Getting and keeping Apple Bloom out is like, because she also just provides the power you need to play any of your events. That like, it's really hard to push through that.
Yeah, Apple Bloom is probably the biggest target just seeing this list.
That would make the most sense to me. And you still didn't lose access to the turn 1 factory organizer off of trading.
Nope. That still feels good. Turn 1, Factor Jack. Turn 2, 2 Factor Jacks.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
That also still leaves you with 2 AT, by the way.
Yeah.
For double troublemaker.
Yeah. Legion of Doom, Awizodal.
Ugh.
Or not Awizodal, sorry, or Armosby.
Look, it could have been worse, okay? It could have been
What is this premiere?
old Nightmare Moon Yellow Parasprite.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that would be even better.
It's probably
Fortunately,
we can't have nice things.
one,
Yeah.
we can't have nice things. Two, we're not playing that format. Three, bad pony.
Go to the moon.
Go to the moon.
Yeah. Sideboarding with this deck is difficult. All of your cards are good. Like, I guess in some situations you could be like, maybe I don't need barrel through or so much exhaustion, but
I mean, that's tantamount to a mono pink player being like,
I don't need that much removal.
Lies. You always need that much.
Yeah, and like if you're
Correct.
up against mono blue, you can generally take out Golden Parachute. unless you like really want to play games with school shutdown. But okay, on to the next one.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. So this is Balloona, and that means it's obviously an aggro deck, right? Because it's
Yep.
going to open with Balloona.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of aggro
And-
friends here.
Tarnished Reputation. Don't worry about all those cards with red borders on it. Just shush.
They have black borders. What are you talking about?
Hush. Hush. They're red. Right? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
What is this?
It's an aggro deck, as you can see by the opening of Bluna and Tarnished Reputation, that then starts playing face down cards.
Yes.
And confusing everyone?
Yes, that's the hope.
How many hasty friends does this have?
All of them.
Yes.
I think it actually might be all of the blue hasty friends.
It is all of the blue hasty friends.
No,
No.
it's missing a couple. I could be running
Filthy rich.
Night Glider, Filthy Rich.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Night Glider.
Yeah, the other
is
Night Glider.
I mean, Night Glider might be a consideration as a one rec method of flipping your main.
Yeah. But there's the Loyal Pony and Grandpa Gruff, which both of those are pretty good.
True.
They could actually see reasons to be running other cards here, but it is always nice to have some little small things that you can play. Just, it only costs 1 AT, and it also moves Balloona, so it's not bad. Anyway, yes, this is obviously a farming list, because look at all these troublemakers that I can beat up. And then there's just some, other nice things for playing farming games. We got some sticks and some flash magnets as shields and, the usual suspects here.
I like the riled ups to tell Orange no.
Yeah, so given the previous deck, you're going to want to really think about keeping those in if you think there's any chance at all of dealing with Orange. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe sideboard those out, but
I mean, could always just keep it in anyway.
yeah. It's got a 4 in the corner, that's not bad.
Competitive 3 in a farm deck is definitely relevant.
Yeah, and odds are you'll get the Unity off that, because mono blue. We have some of the usual suspects as far as troublemakers are concerned. You get the Pony of Shadows to hopefully get the dream play of dropping a Thunder Lane in at the other troublemaker and then proceeding to rearrange its face.
13 epics. What would Feather say?
Not enough. 21 or
Correct.
bust. But you can't have nice things.
I mean, your main doesn't reach infinite power just by chilling. So
There is that. That's true.
So, yeah. I don't know if it's going to work very well, but it at least looks amusing.
Prismlight asks if Trixie is too great and too powerful for this list.
The epic Trixie troublemaker.
I mean, you do lose access to Rutherford's ability if you play it to a Troublemaker or Thunder Lane. Or Rutherford. Other Rutherford.
Yeah, gonna be honest, none of those feel real good. There's a lot of good friends in here with good abilities, and I would be annoyed to lose any of them. Calmsoul says you would love to play Sunset Festival in this. Yeah.
And then that's
kinda.
when you get a Grandpa Gruff.
Yep.
Womp.
Wamp. Okay, next deck.
Ivory, what you got?
This is also an aggro deck, clearly.
I don't know, that friend count looks low.
Yeah, but look at the friends themselves. Those are aggro friends. Well, some of them are.
I'm not seeing any
Two-
moon dancers in here.
2 of them are.
2?
2.
Thunderlight is not an aggro friend.
Your Thunderlane's
Rutherford
not
is
an aggro
definitely
friend.
not an aggro friend.
Rutherford is definitely. Rutherford goes in Hot Wings, just not that one.
Yaks are best aggro friends.
Yeah, this is obviously a much more straightforward farm list that we've seen quite a bit of in the past. Obviously updated.
Those Grogar's lairs are pretty spicy.
It's not bad. Rainbow Laser,
Grognard.
very nice. Wanna bet Gigi and Daybreaker all for point acceleration. It's a lot of points. Hey, look, 3 riled ups again.
I mean, what else are you gonna use?
I'm gonna use riled up. Calmsoul says, but GP, where is the resource removal? There are 2 Winterzillas in each of these lists.
See, I was running a pair of trashed.
Were you also running trashed?
Yeah, he
There
has
you-
trash.
There you go.
Doing a 2-2 split here. Never really want to play the Winterzilla, but, you know, I got 4 of them. 4 pieces of resource removal.
Well, 7 if you count the Grogars.
Yeah, that only counts as far as finding them if someone's going to flood the field.
If someone's flooding the field, you have to ask how much you care about all of those resources.
Well, if they're playing Desert Roads, pretty deeply, gonna be honest.
Yeah. Hasty still lets you get the body.
Yes, let me play my Swinging Wonders at hasty speed for no value beyond that.
Hey, you know what? Filthy Rich was basically that card. The Diligent one did not matter that much.
I only used Filthy Rich to get around Rock Slide.
Because it was an Earth Pony?
Yeah,
Yeah. Fair enough.
I forgot about the Diligent one most of the time.
See?
It never mattered. Well, I'm sure
I mean-
it does matter in some situations, but I only ever looked at it as, oh, you're running AJ with no friends? Cool, here's my Earth Pony.
Prison Light says then you forget that Meadowbrook's mask in your opponent's home. And that's what Thunderlane's for. And hoping your opponent doesn't have an unset. Or you have ADT. Although you better get some blue elsewhere on the field because Rainbow not being involved means no competitive. I like the 2 equalist propagandas that are still in here from the days of just in case the opponent's running Trixie.
Yeah, I probably need to switch those out. Or I can leave them in there for cheese.
That's
yeah,
true.
it does sound fun.
You should take out.
Whatever you're about to say is not happening.
Complete the thought and then add more of that.
Grogar. There we go. Take out Grogar.
Add Grogars.
He's already at 3.
Add Grogars.
Yes, add more Grogars.
I can add the other Grogar, the exhaust for AT Grogar.
Yeah, best play.
Yeah, that is horrendous in this list, but who cares?
I'm sure it's fine.
So we want to move on to court?
Yeah. So we got a control deck, a control pseudo combo thing, and then an aggro farm, and then farm.
Farm.
Farm aggro.
Farm aggro, sure.
Aggro farm. Farm aggro.
And now we have whatever this is.
I see bugs. I see the wrong kind of bugs. I don't like this list.
This is
This list is
Bug
great.
aggro?
You're just mad.
This list has lots of bugs. Testing attempted to work out the bugs.
eh,
It failed. It added more bugs. More bugs were discovered.
They're all beetles, because of course they are.
This is what I will be playing in core, or something very much like it. Stunning Wonder White. There are a few reasons that I think Stunning Wonder White is pretty good right now. The first one being that when it comes to Stunning Wonder, in a core format where there is a lot of board wipe, especially through Wrath of Gilda, the blue version of Stunning Wonder tends to rely on keeping its friends in play for multiple turns for value, like Bulk Biceps, or Cloud Chaser and Flitter, or similar related cards. Vapor Trail, things like that. And in the bug version, bugs are disposable.
Correct.
As are your critters. You are playing your cards and getting their effects and then being satisfied with whatever those effects are, and whatever happens to them past that point, for the most part, you're not that worried about. That being said, the amount of power that can be generated by just any two bugs in this list is kind of dumb. Between Moths to a Flame and Thorax Symbiosis and Pharynx, and now Petiole as well, so you've got some extra consistency with your best impactful changelings. Critter Choir, I mean, do we really have to say anything about Critter Choir?
it's a good card.
It would be spicier if you were running Octavia.
It sure would, but I'm not. I am, however, running 3 whammies because I would actually like 6 Critter Choirs, please.
Yeah, I remember we played it. I think that was a recorded gameplay where I think you got like, I don't know if it was you or somebody else, but Whammy got, I think, two more uses out of a single Critter Choir.
It
Yep.
was me. I
Yeah.
remember. That was definitely me.
What does the Bug Pony do?
Score points.
Prism Light points out the three bonus problems which are not in here, and that is intentional because that is still high rec. And you really do want to be DFOing about every turn if you can. Part of the thing that is a little weird about this deck compared to other Stunning Wonder lists is you're only running 5 dilemmas. And a lot of times, Stunning Wonder Blue runs 7, 8, or in some cases even 9. But a lot of times, Stunning Wonder Blue uses the effect of those dilemmas to gain some extra action token advantage through cards like Washout's Performance or Stuck Together. Well, we don't have those here. What we do have is Surprise Summoning, which can hit Petiole, and Thorax, and Pharynx, and Rarity, and other Thorax, and other Thorax, Bunyip, and Brian. And just with those cards and their innate power boosting, we can often DFO without as many AT shenanigans as the blue version requires. And that means that we'll be causing our problems to enter play more frequently just out of our problem deck. And since Stunning Wonder is no longer growing confidence, you don't necessarily need as many dilemmas in this color combo, I think. Anyway, that's my 3-minute primer on Stunning Wonder White. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it has a decent enough shot at breaking through some of the troublemaker or control walls that I expect to see. And even if it doesn't, I'm going to make a real big Pharynx.
I'm going to give this deck a 10 of 10.
The audio compression did not like that.
No, it did not.
Next deck. Hey. Yeah, it's Luna. And some pink. And some troublemakers. And she kind of eats things.
Yuna's gonna cast her summons.
Yes. This is the control unit deck.
Control in quotes.
Yeah. It's control-y.
It's
Control
control.
adjacent.
Nah, I think it's legitimately control. You get Skystar for removal, and the Pinky and Skystars for removal, and belly flops, and staff, and sanctuaries. Please bounce, my friends. Please bounce them all back to my hand.
Bounce, 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 bounce. It's a fun deck.
I mean, pink and yellow have always had the advantage of being the best color for friend removal and the best color for resource removal.
This has Lyre and Bonbon and friends are always there. No, that doesn't get rid of a resource.
Yes, it does.
Can I not read? Oh, dismiss a resource. There it is. Okay.
And you also have 2 method overacting in your problem deck.
Yeah.
Yes, play unsat on crit acquire. Nothing bad will happen.
Is there an unsat in this deck?
There are no
There is.
unsets.
No unsets.
I don't know. I was just reading chat.
Oh, yeah.
You have only one Pegasus. Unset doesn't seem great.
There's Pegasuses on multiple cards.
But only one of them is an actual Pegasus. And she looks so innocent as she throws ponies into the sky.
She sure does.
But only small ones, like Pip.
Where's all our Gen 5 cards?
Yeet!
I don't know, Aracat, where are our Gen 5 cards?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Something. Editing those pictures is too hard.
Editing those pictures is too hard. Well, no, because now we got the
No.
No.
you,
No.
Wow, you guys didn't even let him finish that thought. It's not
'cause-
that bad.
Ew.
It is not that bad.
it's fine. We're just gonna
I
make
watched
Queen
it last night. It's terrible.
We're gonna make Queen Haven one of the like leading color. The hits
Next deck?
doesn't count. Don't give me
Next
ideas.
deck, yeah.
That's it. That's it. I'm gonna go put finger leg zip on a card.
Hey, this deck
Yeah.
has unsat.
Finger legs?
Yeah,
Yes.
finger legs.
Tell your tale.
They all have fingers for legs.
Except Izzy and Hitch. Anyway, as mentioned earlier, I'm going to be judging core so that GP is not stuck behind the judge stand the entire weekend.
Appreciated.
And not that I'm playing in core, but if I were playing in core, I'd probably be running something like this. This is pretty obvious. You've seen this multiple times before. I don't think that this really warrants a lengthy discussion here, other than, hello, yes, hi. Fluttershy is a couch potato and wants to sit at home and do as little as possible to confront problems. And she has several friends with her that will help this
Also
venture.
Queen Novo.
Yes. Bonus Novo and Terrified Scream for shenanigans.
And the always popular Kool-Aid Yak.
Both flavors of Kool-Aid. Yak.
what are their two flavors? What flavor is original Kool-Aid Yak, and what flavor is new flavor Kool-Aid Yak?
One's sugar-free.
Is that the one that is slightly smaller?
And costs a little bit more.
Fluttershy has indeed found many friends who, much like her, are couch potatoes.
So, lots of remote confronting, just value town otherwise. And the usual set of standard disruption for, hello, I'm running a Fluttershy main. Also sticks.
Gotta run stick.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk about that amulet? The world's most gotcha card in here?
See, it's
Gotcha.
great. Because if you've got that on Fluttershy at home, it hits everything else at home. Which makes those Yonas and Canterlot citizens hit even harder. Also, they're not unique, so you can have two of them at home. Or if you've got something swift, you can run it up to a problem and just be like, hi, I'm going to confront. Okay, cool. Now you have -2 on everything. Good luck.
Rude.
It is highly rude.
Rude. All right, 3 decks down. 3 of them were running yellow. Ivory?
You didn't tell me I had to run yellow. I would have ran yellow. I would have just copied your deck.
There's no yellow here.
Yeah. It's the same as my other deck.
I mean, Spitfire's
Only
yellow.
there's pink in it now. Because it turns out after playing this deck a few times that I really like having Wrath of Gilda.
Squawk.
Squawk.
Angry squawking noises.
Square.
And more
Does
Grogar's
have-
layers.
A lot of squawk. And some NAMs.
And the blindfold. No getting stuff out of decks. No getting stuff out of discard piles.
For all those reanimator decks.
More shield. Can't
I mean-
stop the squawk.
Just because you guys aren't running things that take things from decks doesn't mean other people won't be.
That's fair. Someone's going to run those sunset festivals. It's going to happen. That won't actually do anything for the blindfold, but it'll be funny. And 1 copy of Bird Boy. And Fishbird Girl.
I would say completely ignoring the other half of the card.
Look who's centered in the frame. Look whose name comes first on the card.
Spoilers. G comes before S in the alphabet.
Look who's holding up a talon to say, I'm number 1.
So what I'm hearing is that I need to make a promo of this where Silverstream's in the air just losing her stuff,
Gullis.
shouting at the top of her lungs.
I mean, probably. Prismlight says, I thought the instruction from the builder was to omit Galstream. Well, everyone's able to make their own card choices.
Galstream is such a good card.
I like Bugle's deck name here, Can't Stop the Squawk. It meshes well with the trend of naming decks after songs.
Although
I had
this deck doesn't have a ton of immediate frighten.
It's got 3 Spitfires, and it has some Grogar's layers and some staffs. And Wrath of Gilda. I suppose it's worth mentioning that. Wrath of Gilda frightens.
Yeah.
That's definitely the point of Wrath of Gilda.
So you can play your Gallus and Silverstream.
Yep. Gonna Wrath of Gilda my 3 other friends away so that I can spend 0 to play this card.
I mean, sometimes that might be the right answer.
Also Grogar, also Triad.
I don't know if I may not. If I can decide something else to put in that slot, I might take it out, or I might not out of laziness. I don't know.
I mean, there's a fair amount of Frighten that's actually here. 3 Spitfire, 3 Light Up Your Cutie Mark, 3 Wrath of Gilda, 3 Staff, 3 Grogar's Layers, and then Legion of Doom and Grogar. That's a lot of cards. Yeah, your call. So, yeah, as Beagle says, just hope no one plays Rockhoof. Rockhoof gets dismissed. It's fine. Just squawk at him hard enough. So, with all that in mind, not with all that in mind. I keep using that phrase. That's not what I mean. With those lists having been covered, that would be the constructed events at BABSCon. But why should people play in the constructed events?
What about the destructive events?
Constructed's bad, play limited instead.
Or destructed events?
I mean, we have those too.
We're doing deconstructed card building here. What the? This is not a hot cuisine.
Please show us your limited decks ahead of time. Okay, it's going to be these packs. See them? I'm holding them up right now.
I don't think you are.
I'm not. They're down in my closet. But we do have some great prizes that will be there, including, for participation, some promo cards that I don't believe have been released yet.
Nope.
Time to round out your collections.
Yes.
Do we have images of these?
Yes.
Look how pretty.
Yay, more students. Oh, poor Ocellus. She's so nervous.
Yes, but then you get to read the flavor text on that one.
Twilight is bad at dancing, huh?
About to hit that yoinky splinky.
That was a sentence.
It's a Higgly-chan image.
It's a very cute Higgly-chan image because it involves Twilight being a dork.
Kados' shots fired.
Yeah, a little bit of shots fired there. Anyway, those I don't think we've ever had available anywhere. And this should round out the Leaders and Legends promos with the singular exception of Design Team. And I believe the text on that says something to the effect of don't actually play this card, you silly potato.
I believe that is correct.
That's a bit of a shame, because you know what that means? That means we're going to have to get into the promos from more recent sets.
Ooh. New promos.
Shiny.
Shiny.
Well, not shiny. Shiny is very expensive. But you get the idea.
Maybe shiny later this year. In advance of the convention, what else is going to be going on pony card related?
Oh, yes, let's see. You know what format we haven't done in a while?
Nightmare.
Harmony. Well, no. We're doing Nightmare again. Nightmare had its the one Run in the Sun, and for the April Fool's joke last year, nobody even signed up for it. So clearly there's no appetite for that. But the next best thing to Nightmare is Harmony. So in the next couple of days, you should watch out for Taco signups, which will, or should, commence the weekend after BABSCon.
So 2 weeks to build a Harmony deck.
Something like that.
And how many cards are we going to ban when that tournament is done?
Hold on, let me go get a D20. Let's see, survey says 16.
Ooh, 16 new bans in Harmony.
I would have liked those rolls earlier today.
You rolled a lot of ones.
Yeah.
Beagle says 16 is a lot, so everyone better bring out their most degenerate cards. Okay, so we've got Hacko signups, and for people who are looking to build their lists in advance of Babs, it's probably worth mentioning a couple things. The first is that because this will be one of the first in-person paper tournaments since many print and play sets have released, you can review the print and play rules for how to create proxies of these cards if you do not have any that have been professionally printed.
Also, please use Ponyhead and please use that little button at the bottom that says print deck list.
Yep.
Please, 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 please.
Max informed me the other day that it was broken, so I restarted it and now it works with the new cards.
Fantastic. That will make start time pretty close to accurate at the convention, all other things.
Yeah, we're going to start on time.
And it makes
who
GP's
believes
life.
that?
No.
Who
No,
believes
no.
we're going to start on time?
No.
No.
Calm soul, don't be that guy.
Yeah, starting time.
And be like, starting time.
Max
is that?
Max is doubting too. Look, we're gonna do it, okay? I run a tight ship.
Hey, it wasn't even our fault at Everfree. The door was locked.
I'm not touching that one with a 20-foot pole.
Like, I'm just saying the last major in-person event I ran was oh shoot, I have to come up with a new pun. Oh boy. There's the real priority. Yep. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what we can do about that. I'll find something. It'll be fine. Anyway, while you're on Ponyhead building your deck list, make sure you review the updated filter settings for the various formats so that your decks are legal. If you are not sure or just want extra clarification, if you go to the Discord channel or Discord server to the general channel and then look at the pinned post for the document archive, you can find ban lists for each format in the tournament floor rules. Oh, I suppose it's also worth mentioning. You know that whole BABSCon thing. Just in case you can't come, we're gonna stream it.
But you should come.
But you should come.
Book your flight right now. It's less than a week away.
That's right. Still got time.
I've done worse.
And in case you haven't noticed this on Ponyhead, there's this little thing that's like, hey, here's which formats your decks are legal in. So make sure that those are green for the formats you want to play. I'm not going to say anyway come to BABSCon because that whole meme is just
You already said it.
Like,
Too late.
Yeah, I know. I hate the meme though. It's overused. It's like auto-tune.
Well, with that said, it will wrap up our discussion on this topic for today. We would like to give a big shout out to all our patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for your regular support. If you aren't currently a patron and you enjoy what we do, please consider donating, as doing so does enable us to continue making content like this and to earn some great perks as a bonus. If you have comments or questions you'd like to send our way, feel free to reach out to us through Facebook, Twitter, or email. And if you're a patron, you can also chat live with us on Slack any day, anytime. Finally, if you're looking to watch any of our previous videos, including tournament recordings, you can find them on our YouTube channel, linked just below the stream. With all that said, thank you to each and every one of our viewers, both here now and watching this recording later. We are, as always, Commentary is Magic. I am, as always, Grandpaws.
Big cheese.
I didn't sleep at all last weekend.
And you're not going to sleep at all this weekend either, Ivory Starlight.
Hopefully, we'll see you at the con.
Bye.
Bye.